Microphone 1 2 3. 1 2. Okay, I think it's kernel testing 1 2 3. I have to be doing this because I'm having glitches with the live here. It's actually the first that I'm actually doing this really. Um, made a post recently, um, but because of the length of the post, it's giving a little challenge to upload. Anyhow, real quick, my name is Damien here, as I said earlier on, and I'm actually a virtual assistant, and my project is PNL home care and virtual assistant services. Okay, so basically, just in case persons might want to know what essentially is a virtual assistants. Basically, virtual assistants are support members for your businesses. They work remotely and they provide business support services, admin, and customer services, etc. Somewhat to help you grow your business, um, reducing costs. So, what you would normally pay for um, a complete setup, internally you have a back office um, agent working remotely in taking care of your day-to-day admin and customer service aspects of the business. So it frees up your space and giving you the ability to focus on your other business goals and other priorities. All right. So just in case persons may not know. All right. As part of our role, though, from time to time, persons will come and they may ask for business advice um, and consultancy, coaching sessions, etc., based on their particular needs. Right? But this is not what I'm here for today, though. No, I just wanted to give just a background, just in case you might wonder this new face just coming to this space here. All right. All right. So because there's a pressing issue, an upcoming budget presentation to be presented by Dr. Wholeness for tomorrow. So thus I really have been fighting to make this effort to ensure that I too add my voice to the to this current budget debate here. And um, I do believe that persons may need to um, persons may need to um, basically start seeing the social media space um, as a as a forum for guiding policies and programs. All right, so I would love for persons to and government to start seeing this um, growing um, sector to the social media space. All right. Now, real quick. All right. Um, the government is proposing to raise revenue in this current fiscal year 26 to 27. And hi, Marila Tom. Oh, how are you doing? Glad to see you. All right. They are so they're seeking to what I'm actually really doing. I'm basically, as I said, doing a video in terms of the upcoming budget presentation with Dr. Holness. I believe that time come where some additional voices in the space need to come out and educate rather than beat down. All right, rather than beat down um, the government, we need to somewhat educate them. You know. All right. So I just say I'm actually saying that Marila told me. All right. I'm actually just saying that to you. All right. But I won't be long because, as I said, this is my first coming on here, and coming on live for the first, it can be a bit nerve wracking. All right. All right. So, as I was saying earlier on, that what I'm bringing to the fore here is that the government is seeking to raise revenue by way of a tax package. All right. They are seeking to bring revenue by way of a tax package in the amount of $29.4 billion for the fiscal year 26-27. And I'm of the view that it's just the wrong timing. We understand the rationale that yes, they are trying to recover um, for the years that they may have had some gaps in the collection of the taxes. They may have be seeking to recover for those years, and um, that's the reason they are they are basically seeking to collect in this year. So some of my goal here in this session real quick. One, this is just to educate and impart, not to bash the government. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm here to bash anyone. Alright. Two, it is to assist in guiding policies and directions. Alright. And three, to give a different perspective. Alright. Now, some of the observation I made here in terms of the government proposals, in terms of the negative impacts that it will have, is one having to do with reduce disposable income, limiting families' purchasing power or their ability to purchase for their families. All right. So that is one of the negative impacts that I am seeing. All right. Two, it's going to have inflationary pressures, meaning it's going to worsen the cost of living in the country. It's going to worsen it. And there's going to be also what you call growth concerns in terms of it's going to cripple our ability to grow as how we really would like to, discouraging spending and investments in our country. Three, it's going to have what you call equity imbalance in the class structure in our country, meaning it's going to further put a conflict. Marila Toma, I said hi already, my dear. All right, and I really it's a pleasure meeting you for the first. This is my first time, so I'm a bit not so new to the a bit so not you know um, you're saying add Mars or Moon. I'm not um, well. This is just my first time, so I'll get there. All right, all right. So as I was saying, one of the other negative impacts of this tax package on our people is going to have what you call an equity imbalance, um, whereby the main consumers of our GDP, who are the lower working class and the persons below the poverty line, it's going to further present a conflict in how they view government. And they're the ones who are the main contributors of our GDP, and they're the ones who have to bear the brunt of tax package coming up. All right. So those are some of the negative impacts that I actually observed. All right. Now the expectations for this budget presentation for tomorrow really is just simple. Um, for the government to take note of what Comrade Golding and Comrade Julian Robinson mentioned in Parliament. I'd love for them to actually take note of it. And first, they have to, in order to be receptive of the proposals, you have to you have to have a reset in the way of thinking of the tribal political activism that has predicated Jamaican politics for years. All right, and we need to understand that this is a different era. It's a different time, you know, and there needs to be a there needs to be a refocus of the way of thinking of our people. It can't be because one person is J, the other is P, then they are dismissive of pragmatic solutions that will cause growth in the country. All right. So we have to we have to change the direction of our thinking if we have to move forward as a people. All right. So one of the things that Comrade Julian highlighted, and he was saying, he coined the term pro-cyclical um, approach. The economy, the tax package will have a pro-cyclical effect on the consumers, the main consumers of the gross domestic product. And what he really is saying essentially is that um, while you're seeking to pursue your revenue or to show up your revenue side of your budget, it's actually going to in effect. All right, it's not going to be stable, and so what you'll find is that the very growth part that you want to take, you'll be depleting and taking away back from it because the economy is going to further contract in the negative. And that's what I want you all to appreciate and understand um, out there. All right, it's going to further contract and compound um, the growth prospects that we're seeking to have. All right, so that's one thing that I would that's one thing that I would love for persons to appreciate, or as a people for us to appreciate. All right, and Comrade Julian is basically saying, and the People's National Party is basically saying that we should revoke that proposal for the tax, and this is what I would love as well, to revoke the proposal for the tax on the sugar beverages. What I would suggest as an alternative to the the tax on the sugar beverages, what I would propose is that you could present to the customers alternatives, because the ordinary person, they are the real consumers of the sugar beverages. Yes, we're having health issues, all right, but taxing away the beverages from persons as to what they can afford just now, you're going to only compound their situation. Some persons, they can only probably just afford a chubby. They can only afford a bag juice. And that's the reality. Alright? They can just probably afford that. So rather than taxing and taking away from the consumers, what you want to do is present options. Alright? The next proposal that I would like is for them to revoke the taxes on the digital services. You'll realize that the digital services is now forming part of our now digital economy. We're building out or building up a digital economy. So rather than taxing it, we need to incentivize it and see it as an area, a niche area that needs to be encouraged to achieve growth. All right. Um, so that's two of my expectations so far. The next expectation that I am looking to have is for us to start prioritizing, look for niche areas, niche industries, and prioritize them to develop what you call a community-based economy. So pivot away from the traditional areas in the economy. Pivot from them. They have done its time. They have done their time. All right. So we need to pivot away from those traditional areas and seek to create new industries that you'll be able to start seeing positive growth rather than um, a negative growth of 0 point or 1% when it's in a good um, direction. We need to start seeing growth of 4, 5, 6, 7% in our economy in Jamaica. So pursue newer industries at the community level. I would further recommend that in each constituency, in each constituency, there needs to be an economic council established by the member of parliaments with different stakeholders who will be able to study new industries and see it as way of um, as an emerging economy that to we need to be able to encourage and grow. All right, so that's that's another area that I'm thinking that we need to focus on. The the other area of focus, the other area of focus um, that I believe the government needs to look at is on our local domestic issues. Look on our local domestic issues. A lot of issues at the constituency level or the local levels. Yes, we do have member of parliaments, but they have to be so much relying on central government. And you'll see now why I'm saying now that we need to start focusing on a community-based economy. Somewhat this the role of government. So so much projects won't have to be held up because of awaiting certain processes. All right. So we need to focus on domestic issues. We need to have the ability to say, all right, while we are working at the macro level, at the micro level. I'm from Jamaica. All right. So so we need to focus on that in terms of our local domestic issues. Um, ensuring that government, ensuring that government, um, ensuring that government has the people's interest at the local level at heart, rather than just um, having it to respond to economic shocks or financial shocks. All right, so we need to we need to look on that as well. And so those are some of the things that I really have to say here. I just did this because it's it's a very topical issue in our country here in Jamaica, and we really need to we really need to impart the knowledge where we see fit, to educate our people around common goals, common ideals, you know, and and pivot away from the tribal politics. So I'm just asking that um, Dr. Holness in his presentation take note of some of the things that I say. All right. I'm not here, as I said. This was just a pretty much a half an hour coaching session. All right. In terms of um, looking at the negative impacts that a heavy tax package of 28 or 29.1 billion will have on our people. All right. So I don't have much further to say. Um, so I'll catch you again. So this person is from Tonglick in Congo. Oh, you're all the way in Africa. Cool. Hope to come over there one of these days. Jesus disciples to Jesus loves you. Thanks for saying that. Um, I try to keep myself grounded in the Lord. All right. So that's pretty much what I have to say. All right. And really thanks for those who came on this live here. I really appreciate it. As I said, I'm new to this space, so um, I'm a bit shy, but I will get better as I go along. I do believe. But what you all thought about, before I go, what you all thought about what I was speaking about? Did I lose you in my conversation, or was it clear to you what I was saying? I'm not seeing anyone answering. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone answering. All right. That being said, I don't know. I see 2 likes. Thank you. All right. So I'll catch up back with you all at another time. Okay? All right. Stay safe. Yes, hi, Beverly. Glad to meet you, my dear. Glad to meet you. All right, so we'll catch up again. I'm trying to end this thing here. Okay, is this thing. Uh, let's see if I can. Seems like, let's see. Oh, I thought that this thing would have just automatically ended, but it seems like I have a little more time on this. So I may just have to just resume until it time's out. As I said, I'm new to this space, so bear with me. Alright, I'm new to this space. What are something else that you may want me to speak to you about today? Hello? See this thing.